Well, good afternoon. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, folks, wherever you happen to be. And it's Andy here today doing a pre-Zoom call. Let me turn on my little banner because that's what it's all about, guys. Okay, so we've got a Zoom call today, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is Gmeta One.live. Okay, now today's show, I'm just going to do something a little bit different. We're going to look at, excuse me, the opportunities that we have here. Now, I've done a little pitch deck, what I call a pitch deck, like a PowerPoint, and it was designed purely for the property sector. So I'm going to run through that, talk around it a little bit, show you a few articles, and hopefully tweak your imagination. Folks, we are building a brand new metaverse. I'm just going to run a little teaser video first about that, and then we'll get right into the short presentation today. Okay, guys, yes, we are creating a metaverse, a brand new metaverse proposition. And in doing so, we are also launching Gmeta tokens. And Gmeta tokens are in pre-sale. Right now, we are on round 2. We've already raised $1 million. We've pre-sold $1 million worth of Gmeta tokens. We're in round 2. We're doing it in rounds of 1 million. Now, that's all the way up to $5 million. Once we've pre-sold $5 million worth of Gmeta tokens, we will launch our metaverse. Now, folks, what I'm going to talk to you today about is the various opportunities relating to property in particular that exist in the metaverse. And now, if you are involved already, or if you're not, I'll also finish up. I'm going to show you how you can get involved for very little, and it's just about taking action. But first of all, let's run through this. As I said, I did this because in the UK, a while ago, I used to be heavily involved in a property marketing company. I was the sales director for a property marketing company. And we, just as it sounds, we helped property businesses market themselves, mainly in printed media. But that got me an awful lot of contacts in that industry. And I put this together because I'm going to pitch a lot of people in this industry, specifically in the UK, because that's where I'm based and that's the market I know. Okay, so Gmeta One, the virtual world presence with a real world opportunity. All about Gmeta One. Okay, what is Gmeta One? It's a hybrid metaverse ecosystem with interconnecting metaverse business development, networking, real estate, and education objectives. Gmeta One project is an effective bridging our world with other hybrid metaverses. We will talk about that shortly, representing an expanding network of three-dimensional Web3 worlds with equally expanding value in a form of increased accessibility to additional metaverse communities in our future network. A little bit more, a significant part of the Gmeta One mission and platform is founded upon education, with another pillar rooted in networking and business development. Founded upon a metaverse environment designed with the technological capacity to allow individuals to buy, build, sell, and rent metaverse real estate. We are bridging together education and development whilst creating a fulfilling metaverse experience for developers, metaverse real estate brokers or owners, NFT creators, virtual event hosts and planners, e-commerce merchants, and business-to-business offerings, and also newcomers to the metaverse. Now, real estate tokenization. Well, real estate tokenization is a large part of our focus here. We seek to teach individuals how to profit and create sustainable business models through the iteration of the web we refer to as the metaverse, Web3. Gmeta One seeks to create a forum whereby social and financial productivity and development can occur through bridging together new and experienced individuals with the Gmeta One platform. Okay, let's get back to the beginning, folks. The metaverse has been around a lot longer than many of us might realize. The metaverse has actually been around for 19 years because in the beginning, Second Life was launched in June 2003. So it's coming up 19 years, folks. It was the pioneer for what we now know as the metaverse. Now, folks, I was aware of it. I was certainly aware of it, but I really didn't understand it. I thought it was just a bunch of geeks dressing up as people they're not and running around in a virtual world, which is pretty much what it was. But it was the laid the tracks for what we now know as the metaverse. Users can purchase avatars, wearables, property, vehicles using their own internal currency, Linden dollars. They are only available to purchase for use on the platform, just like my son plays Fortnite and he comes looking for V-Bucks. Very similar. It's purely a game currency. They are not externally tradable and certainly not a cryptocurrency. I really think they missed a trick though there. By 2013, Second Life had over 1 million active registered users, although this hasn't increased appreciatively since, despite having 64 million registered users. Second Life remains the trailblazer for all current metaverse products. Now guys, this is a very important slide. This is probably the most important slide in this entire presentation. Because here are 3 established metaverse projects, and they all have their own currencies, their own tokens, just like ours will. So we're doing exactly what these guys did. Well, not exactly, we're doing something different and probably better. But let's have a look at these. Sandbox. The metaverse opened on November 2021. It's got 30,000 active users with 4,300 plus land owners. The average land price at launch was $100. Guess what it is now? $15,000. Now let's have a look at their token. SAND, S-A-N-D. Go to CoinGecko. You can check all this information. That's where I got it all from. A lot of it. Their token has 150,000 plus holders. When they launched, it was 8 cents. The all-time high for that token, folks, was $8.40. Crazy. Now look at Decentraland. They opened in February 20. Active users 18,000, landowners 7,000 plus, An average land price at launch $20. Now $12,000. Can you see a trend here, folks? Now their token, MANA, 212,000 holders. Price at launch 2 cents. 2 cents. All-time high, $5.85. And all of these happened around about the same time. They all went through the roof last October, November time. Finally, some name Space, that actually launched before the other two and been on to me. September 18th, September 2018. They've got about 3,000 active monthly users and 4,700 landowners. Price at launch, average land price $500. Right now, $10,000. The token's called Cube, C-U-B-E. Holders, about 4,000 people. Price at launch, 2 cents. All-time low, well, doesn't matter, 3 cents. The all-time high, $28.12. Absolutely insane, folks. Absolutely insane. Now think about this. I'm going to show you a way at the end of this call that you can earn Gmeta tokens for free and accumulate millions of them in advance of the launch. Now think about that. Look at those figures, guys. Look at those figures. Okay, why are we different? Gmeta One seeks to be a bridge between the Gmeta One world and other metaverses. We have unique offerings with our Gmeta One NFT proposition and other utilities in our ecosystem, like the Gmeta V Academy, educational portal, and the business and advertising marketplace. But the bridges we create between metaverses as well as contractors to clients truly distinguishes us from any other cryptocurrency project. In addition, our token will be launched on the Binance Smart Chain, which is faster, more flexible, and cheaper for our users. We will be offering a bridging solution to people who want to use Ethereum and Polygon. Our pre-sale bonuses offer 100% and 50% for sharing and bringing others to the platform. In pre-sale, we offer NFT incentives, VR headsets, and even luxury vehicle prizes. I'll tell you about that later. Now, here's the property opportunities. As I see them, there are 6. There are 6. We have developed the Gmeta One metaverse with the multiple opportunities in real estate in mind. Number 1, merely having a presence in a metaverse. The benefits to having a presence in any of our metaverses, it's a huge marketing opportunity for any business. It's on trend. It's an opportunity to sell physical property as well. This is for people in the property industry. Not only can they sell virtual properties in the metaverse, they can also link them to sales of real properties in the real world. There's an opportunity to buy, sell, rent, stake metaverse parcels. That's a piece of land if you don't know that. How can we assist in acquiring land? How we can assist in acquiring land, creating unique commercial and domestic properties for you and your clients, in addition to creating revenue streams from staking and renting, sales as well. Opportunity to offer a doppelganger copy of our physical property in our metaverse to buyers and sellers alike. I'm going to show you something about that. This idea isn't mine, but I did notice it before anybody else here, and it resonated with me hugely. I'm going to show you that in a minute. 4 benefits of backing physical of backing physical property sales and purchases with NFTs. This opens the door to NFT lending as an alternative funding mechanism. Guys, this is how I genuinely believe that the way people now of this generation, not old fogies like me, are going to start purchasing houses. Crypto lending. Now we've also got a co-ownership proposition. The magnificent Miguel Salvador came up with this idea, and it's already taken shape. Just have a look at this 1 second, guys. I want you to see something. You go. We've already done it. Miguel had this idea that we were going to launch a co-ownership. We're going to buy a piece of land and we were going to split it up into apartments and sell it one by one, thus allowing people to get involved. Guys, if you were to buy a piece of land, this is in crypto voxels. This is called Gmeta One Heights. If you were to buy a piece of land or in in crypto voxels right now, you're looking at a minimum of about 2 Ethereum to do that. Probably 3, just to buy the land. Just to buy the land. Then you got to learn or pay somebody to build on it. And as you can see from this image, it's been done to a massively high standard. And we built 22 apartments. We split it up into 22 apartments. And we're not offering these for 2 Ethereum or 3 Ethereum. No, guys, we're offering these already kitted out, furnished, the works, from $670. Thus allowing people to get involved in the metaverse and purchase a piece of land for a lot less. I'm going to put a bit more detail on that shortly, okay, guys? But it's already taken place. I want to tell you, do you know how long it took us to do that? Miguel came up with the idea. We had it done in 10 days. 10 days flat. It was actually already built within about 3 or 4, but they worked a bit more on it. There's a rooftop bar, there's a rooftop pool, there's going to be events held at it. Mind-blowing. But we're going to look at the benefits of that shortly. Okay, so I'm going to go into detail on each of these. Okay, so having a presence in the metaverse for any business, property business, doesn't matter. Look at these names: JP Morgan, Samsung, McDonald's, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Gucci, Adidas, Coca-Cola, Nike, Domino's, Burberry, Louis Vuitton, Sotheby's, Wendy's, Victoria's Secret. The list goes on and on. These are all the companies who have recently opened in the metaverse. The benefits of having a metaverse presence for any business are numerous. Permits businesses to reach a global audience without geographical limitations. Allows businesses to interact with their customers in a more personal way. A more social and engaging experience for customers, which can lead to more sales and long-term loyalty. Businesses can also use virtual worlds to train their employees, replicating real-world experiences to let their team practice in advance. Think about that. Businesses can test out new products and services without having to invest in physical infrastructure or risk negative publicity. A lot of benefits, guys, and that's why, I mean, here we go today. Just news today that I saw. Decentraland Fashion Week, sponsored by not some tiny little magazine, no, Vogue. Vogue are sponsoring Fashion Week in Decentraland. There's a bunch of brands getting involved because everybody wants in there. Selfridges. You know, look at the brands that are getting involved here. So they're all seeing the benefits. It's a huge opportunity. It's right, as I said, on trend. Here we go. Opportunity to buy and sell, rent, stake, metaverse parcels. Anything you can do in the real world, you can do it in the metaverse. And in fact, you can do more. As a landowner, you can choose to lend out the experience of working in the land with other people in the digital world, like you can in the real world. Malls, shops, and event centres will allow creators to showcase their content collection, giving a brand new commercial letting opportunity. Metaverse projects with staking pools allow you to purchase land and stake as an NFT, giving the owner a passive income stream. Every NFT, guys, everything in the metaverse is pretty much an NFT. The land, the building, clothing that you put on your avatar, they're all stakeable NFTs. Once a metaverse product achieves a certain level of popularity, as in the real world, this creates desirable areas and prices react dramatically. Extreme example of this, Sandbox. Somebody paid $450,000 for a piece of land next door to Snoop Dogg. Fact. And off-plan purchasing gives early adopters a huge opportunity to maximize profits, just like it does in the real world. If there's a development that hasn't been built yet, you're going to get the opportunity to purchase it in advance before it's actually done at a cheaper rate. Now, folks, this article is what tweaked my imagination. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the actual article. From the Negotiator. That's the biggest property magazine in the UK for the actual property sector. A estate agent launched its first UK property ever to be sold in the real and meta worlds. This property, really rather nice, £29 million, guys. If you're in the States, that's about $40 million. So if you have a few bits of change lying around, you might want to put it in a bid, but it's already gone. Okay. My Fine & Country, I used to work with these guys, so I know this company. They were one of my customers. Now they sold this property, but they offered what makes the home. There you go. I'll just read this word for word rather than talk around it. What makes the home a likely world first is that the purchasers can also buy it online, its online counterpart, in the form of an NFT. And that just gave me an idea, and we checked that we could do this. We'll be able to do this for people. So I'm taking this to the property sector. If you know people in the property sector, you can do it too. Take this idea to them. So not only are they going to sell a real property, they can also sell a virtual copy of it that we'll build in a metaverse for them and let them stake the property. Okay, this is essentially a version of the house in the metaverse, which can be likened as a budget version of the Matrix portrayed in the Keanu Reeves film. Yeah, that's not what I would really describe the metaverse. These are stuffy property people after all, but it just gives you food for thought. It gives you food for thought. Sorry, I need to talk around that. This opportunity already works for firms in the USA, UK, and other territories. The seller purchaser is given the opportunity to create a copy of their property as an NFT, or even a complete entity in the metaverse. Like any other NFT, this can be staked or held to be sold for profit later. If created as a duplicate property in the metaverse, all the other income streams could apply that I've listed already, offering two windfalls from the same physical property. And again, there's a company trailblazing. There's 4 benefits of backing physical property with sales and purchases with NFTs. As cryptocurrency becomes more popular amongst younger buyers and sellers, agents need a solution to help them. Clients being able to sell their home as an NFT significantly reduces the overall closing time and costs versus a traditional sale. The owner is awarded a non-fungible token as proof on the blockchain of the home's ownership. The NFT can be used as collateral for crypto borrowers and investors, very much like a deed. People hold the deeds to a property. This is very similar, except it's a non-fungible token and it's on the blockchain. This opens the door then. That's an asset against which you can get funding for further purchases through lending, NFT lending. That is a thing, a very fast growing thing. Co-ownership proposition. I'll just mention the benefits again. Helps people to get on the ladder. The buyer can participate in earning from the creation of wearable NFTs and other NFTs. For example, Gmeta Heights, that land parcel, because it's a land parcel, they have the right to create NFTs. So anybody who's involved in that particular development, even if they only have a little bit of it, can then create their own NFTs and sell them and maybe recoup the price of their purchase in the first place. I should also mention anybody holding Gmeta tokens will also get a 20% rebate on those prices. So if you buy one of those apartments at say 750, you pay that up front, you're going to get a 20% rebate if you're Gmeta holder. Any amount of Gmeta tokens. Now finally, the Gmeta token. I'm not going to go through this slide. I'm going to take you through that through our launchpad in a second. But please, folks, imagine a market free from the traditional barriers to entry, a platform where you can promote your brand globally, a currency with huge liquidity and infinite usage, and a world where anyone can participate and stake their claim. That is what we are building here. It's very easy just to say, oh, we're building a metaverse. That's very easy. It's a very easy phrase to say. But, folks, let's look at the final part of that in more detail. Okay, guys. As I said at the start, this is another opportunity here because in the Gmeta metaverse, like those other metaverses I mentioned, just like those, we're going to have our own token, as I already mentioned. We're raising $5 million in a pre-sale. $2.5 million of that pre-sale is going into liquidity, locked liquidity. That'll make it massively stable and very, very attractive to people who just want to invest in the token. And the use case scenario for the token is undeniable because it's the only currency you're going to be able to use in our metaverse. If you want to buy property, you're going to need Gmeta tokens. You want to buy land, Gmeta tokens. You want to buy an NFT, Gmeta tokens. You want to play a game, Gmeta tokens. The use case is huge and undeniable. Now I want to do something that we did, and it's really good fun. This is dream mode. Let's pull up my calculator. I just need to do a proper share. Okay. Share screen, entire screen. Let's do dream mode, guys. Okay. Now, right now, somebody said to Miguel the other day in a Telegram group, you know, one slot here, guys. If you want to get involved today, you get back to the person who invited you to get on this call. And round one is finished. In round one, you could have got involved for as little as $10, but unfortunately, we're in round two, and the minimum purchase is a slot of $50, and that's going to get you 2.15 million Gmeta tokens. Okay. Now, somebody said to Miguel the other day, oh, this is going to take ages, blah, 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 blah. Now, Miguel thought about it and got back to the guy. We've got 5,000 people in the Telegram group. We need to raise just shy of 4 million. That would mean all those people purchasing $800 worth of Gmeta tokens or bringing people in. Because if you bring people in, as long as you've funded and bought one slot, you get a link. The link's only live if you funded one slot to the tune of one slot. Now, if you bring somebody on board and they purchase $1,000 worth of Gmeta tokens, you get 100% bonus match because that's your level 1 referral. In addition, if that person brings on somebody and they purchase $1,000 worth, you're going to actually get $500 because the level 2 referral will get you 50% bonus. Now, in that way, you can accumulate millions and millions of Gmeta tokens. But let's focus on that $800 that I mentioned just there now. As I said, one slot will get you 2.15 million. Now imagine you did buy $800 worth. That would be 16 slots. That would be 34,400,000 Gmeta tokens. I have more than that, mostly through sharing. Okay, guys, this is doable, very doable. Let's put that into the calculator. Okay, that's where it sits. 34.4 million. If you do nothing else and you manage to do that, imagine our token when it goes to launch. I'm not suggesting this is not a prediction, by the way, guys. This is not financial advice. This is just a hypothetical dream mode situation, okay? But imagine it went to 10 cents, just 10 cents, not $10, 10 cents. $3.44 million, not Gmeta tokens, dollars. Is that not worth taking action on, guys? This is absolutely massive. A proposition that's absolutely massive, you know. And even just think of, look at that figure. Imagine only came in at 1 cent. You know, you're still $344,000 better off, and you spend $800. Crazy. And as I said, you can actually earn your way to that from bringing people on board. How do you bring people on board? You bring them to this. I do 5 of these a week, this time. And then we do 5 Zooms, same time every night. Gmeta1.live. People say, what's the link, Andy? You keep asking. You go, no, it's Gmeta1.live. Put that in your browser. That takes you to the Zoom. Get on it. 4 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. if you're in the UK currently. Okay, so that is dream mode on our Gmeta token. I've shown you the possibilities that exist in having land there and having a presence in the metaverse. And I've shown you the possibilities in getting yourself some Gmeta tokens. One last thing what I'll show you guys, if you haven't seen this already, is we're already started, guys. We're already started building our metaverse. Have a look at this.
Don't you think we're done? Don't you think we're done? Make me feel alive. Take my hand and run, let me be the one. Let's just take the dive. Night's only begun. Don't you think we're done?
Yeah, that's our metaverse. Nobody else's. That is ours, and that's the standard at which it's going to be delivered. It's not going to look like a version of Minecraft or something. You know, if you've gone into crypto voxels, it is quite blocky, but our guys have done an amazing job in building the Gmeta Arena. If you want to have a look at the Gmeta Arena, right now you can go straight in there if you're on this call. Go to Gmeta1.land and you'll see the Gmeta Arena. And we had a massive event there last Friday with South by Southwest, huge cultural festival. And we had a rooftop live streaming session with some top acts as well, and a lot of amazing articles and interviews. And that went out in the Gmeta One arena. So guys, it's all happening here. We're ready. are you. One last video. I'm going to let you guys go. And this is really your call to action, this video. As the video said, dare to imagine, and I hope that what I showed you today has maybe opened your mind a little to what we're actually doing here. And guys, after that event last week, we've got people who are very, very excited, huge companies, corporate people. This pre-sale will be over before you know it, and you won't get the chance to earn free Gmeta tokens. This is the only time you can do this. So remember that little calculation I did and get to work. We'll see you later, guys. Gmeta1.live, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then. Thanks for joining me.